How's it going, everyone? Spenny here. Today, we are going to get back into a series that we started, I think, 3 years ago, and that is categorizing every single Skylander in existence into the Imaginator battle classes. So, we've done Spyro's Adventure, we've done Skylanders Giants, we've done Swap Force, but we still haven't done the rest of the games, which there's two remaining. So, today, we're going to be doing Trap Team. And then another time real soon, we're going to be doing Skylanders Superchargers, and that will be all of the games. Um, so, without further ado, how this works is we're going to be putting each Skylander into the category that best suits their moveset. So, let's get right into it. And the first one we have here is Blastermind. So, um, this is an interesting one. So Blastermind uses mind abilities. He doesn't fight with his fists, so he wouldn't be a brawler. Wouldn't be a ninja, bazooka, bowslinger, knight. These don't really fit him. Um, I would have to say that sorcerer best suits the abilities of Blastermind. That's all I can think of. But next, we now have Bushwhack. Bushwhack, this one seems like it's pretty self-explanatory as a smasher. It looks identical to the emblem here. So we're going with smasher. Next, we have Enigma. Let me think here. So kind of similar with like, it looks like an axe, but it's not used exactly the same. I know that it can also be kind of like a sorcerer. We're going to go with that. Oh, I didn't click on it properly. We're going to go with sorcerer. I think that best suits how it works. And he kind of looks like a sorcerer to begin with. So, easy enough. Now, we have gear shift. So when you're looking at gear shift, it's one thing as a weapon, one giant gear. Um, so kind of a brawler, but she doesn't use her fists, so that's not really applicable. Swashbuckler, oh, actually, the gear, if you haven't used gear shift, the gear can be split into two, which makes it kind of like two swords. So that actually works really well. Now, we have Gusto or Gusto, however you like to pronounce him. Um, I'm thinking about it here. He has a giant boomerang. Um, I don't know. I would like to say Smasher, but he throws it. That doesn't seem like a Smasher thing to do. But he also doesn't use it like a sword. Um, Sentinel is a weird one because it's kind of like Skylanders that have a staff type thing. So someone like Hoodsickle, for example, is a Sentinel. I wouldn't say Gusto is a Sentinel though. Let's put him in the Smasher category. I guess that one's okay. We got Head Rush next. Everyone's least favorite. I don't know anyone that actually likes using Head Rush. What do we have here? So Head Rush kind of just attacks people with the horns. So I would say that's pretty well a brawler. Let's go with that. Next, we have Jawbreaker. Jawbreaker is another brawler, pretty self-explanatory there. Fights with his fists, and that's all you need for that. Another super easy one is Kaboom. Kaboom has a giant bazooka. So, with that being said, he goes into the bazooka category. If that was a question that you had. Another one here. This one is Nightlight, and Nightlight has a sword. And you know what else has swords? The Knight category. So, there we go with that. And look at this. Another Skylander with a sword is Nightmare. So let's throw Nightmare in there as well. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is where we get a little tricky. This is a huge sword. Like in comparison to the body size of the Skylander, it's huge. ginormous. Um, so it kind of makes it borderline a smasher, but I'm gonna put it in the knight category. How we're gonna differentiate is any Skylander that has a sword. Like, it's pretty easy to see that they're all swords in this category. We'll throw it in there. That's how we're gonna differentiate. Now, Lobstar. Easy enough to determine him as a ninja. 2 ninja stars. What more can make for a ninja than that? Okay, here's a weird one. All right. We got Shortcut. Now, it's not a sword, and it's pretty obvious it's not a sword because it's a giant pair of scissors. Now, I don't know that they can separate into two different things. I'm pretty sure he fights with them combined, almost at all times. I don't think it would be a smasher. Swashbuckler is normally when you have 2 weapons that you're dual wielding. I guess it can fit into that. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere that better suits the abilities. But no, I'm gonna throw him in as a swashbuckler. This is one where, I don't know, it doesn't really fit all that well into anything. Now, this is another super easy one. We got Snapshot, the starter pack figure, easily in as a bow slinger. It's literally a bow and arrow in hand. Here's another one that goes as a knight category. This is Thunderbolt. Now we have Tough Luck, and Tough Luck is an obvious swashbuckler. 2 different weapons in hand. Easy. Now we got Wallop, and Wallop has 2 weapons. Oh, this is going to be tricky. So, does the only thing that makes for a brawler is when they use their fists? And if we're going under that, then he technically doesn't use his fists. So, a weird one, but I'm going to throw him in as a swashbuckler. That's a very weird one. It doesn't feel right to throw him in that category, but I don't think there's anywhere better than that. Now, we have Wildfire. Wildfire's weapon is a shield, so that makes it especially weird. Then he also has fireballs, which isn't a weapon. It's kind of just a thing, like a magical thing that you can do. But aside from the shield, well, maybe he fits into the brawler category? I don't know. That could be an unpopular opinion. Um, I don't think you could determine him as a sorcerer just because of fireballs that he can throw. I would say more of a brawler. It's kind of like a head rush type moveset. I think that is the best. Now, we have, this one is Batspin. Batspin has a staff that summons bats. So, I'm thinking 2 things here. One would be Sorcerer. The unobvious opinion would be Sentinel. But because this is used as like a summoning staff, I'm going to throw her in as a Sorcerer. I think that makes sense. Now, next we have Blackout. And Blackout uses his wings kind of in close range combat. So this one, I'm going to throw him in as a brawler. I think that's the best idea. Now, we have Blades. And now Blades has a sword. I know that he also throws swords, but it's not your traditional knight. Doesn't walk on 2 feet, doesn't hold a sword in hand. But I also don't think you can put him in as a brawler or anything other than that. We're going to throw him in as a knight, but that's a weird one. Not your traditional knight by any means here. Chopper, okay, this is really weird, has a propeller on his back and shoots out missiles. Oh, this is going to be our first quick shot, actually. because he's a very spammy moveset type of guy. That works pretty well, I would say. Now, we have Cobra Kadabra. Always get him mixed up with King Cobra Kadabra, even though that's just a different style skin. Um, where would he go? He has a flute type of thing, like I think it blows out darts, like it's blow darts. Um, oh my gosh, what would this be? I don't think it constitutes as a bow slinger because it's not anything that looks like a bow. It's projectile based. This is a weird one, guys. I don't actually know. I don't think he can be a quick shot. Um, could it be a sorcerer? Maybe. Could it be a bazooker? Maybe. Let's throw him in as a sorcerer. It kind of makes sense because he is the magic element as well. So I guess there's that. Now, as we're moving on with this, I'm moving myself down here um, so that you can see where I'm placing everything. Next, we got Deja Vu. One of my favorites, honestly, from Trap Team. And what what more could you think except for a sorcerer with this one? Another pretty easy one to make. Okay, here is a more interesting one, which is Echo. Now, Echo shoots out music notes, or like spits out music notes. Um, so they're pretty quick. So it could be quick shot. Doesn't really have anything that makes me think sorcerer, other than just kind of spitting stuff out. Um, Nothing else that I can think of, so we're gonna throw her in quick shot. I think that makes sense. Here's a super easy one, which is fist bump. Like this is your standard brawler. I don't think you could make the determination to throw him anywhere else other than that. Now we got a projectile one. This is Fling Kong. Um, it's a disc or a frisbee. So, ooh, I wasn't thinking this originally. I was thinking quick shot, right? But hear me out. Ninja. Throws it like a ninja star. So I think that makes the most sense. We're getting to the end here. We got another standard knight, which is Flip Wreck. Um, again, he's got a sword. So what else can you say with that? We have Food Fight. Um, he has a gun that shoots out tomatoes. Now, I know that the Skylanders, Imaginators that are quick shots have pistols traditionally, at least the ones that I like to make, and it shoots pretty quick. I would say that he shoots pretty quick. You can also say that it's a bazooka because you can hold it down and shoot a giant tomato. I think I'm gonna go with that actually because he's not dual wielding anything. He has one gun, and it's kind of similar to a bazooka, I guess. Let's throw him there. Now we have Funny Bone. Oh, this is weird. I don't know actually where Funny Bone should go. It's a really odd one now that I'm thinking about it more. Could he be a sorcerer? Probably not. Could he be a brawler? Maybe. There's nothing else that I think can suit him well. It's kind of a 50-50 here. Um, Maybe let's throw him in as a brawler, I guess. I don't know if I am fully on board with my own decision here, but let's go with that. Here's one. This one's I5? No, high five. This one is high five. Easily a quick shot category. Um, Now we have Rocky Roll. Um, this is especially weird. Um, Kind of just gets around on this little ball that he walks around on, uses it to hit enemies. Um, it's not your traditional weapon, that is for sure. Um, You could say it's a brawler category. I don't think it would fit into anything else. Yeah, that's about it. It's going in brawler. There's a few which I'm not a fan of, but what we have to do is just kind of put them where they fit kind of best. Um, hmm. Okay, this one's interesting. So we have Spotlight, and Spotlight kind of shoots beams out and rings. Would that make her a sorcerer? Kind of. Quick shot, I don't think so. Not, I mean, yes, you can hold down the ability, but that's about it. It's not like a quick shot where you think of spamming, like pressing the button really quickly. So I'm gonna throw her in as a sorcerer. I think that works. We have Torch. And now Torch is weird because you'd think bazooka, but the weapon doesn't look like one. But that's kind of what it is. It's using it as a gun, but it's not a gun because it shoots out flames. It's a flamethrower. Um, you don't summon them in as a sorcerer or anything like that. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with bazooka for that. We're on to the last two. We have Trailblazer, which is a horse that dashes around and gets fire all over the place. Um, so I don't know about that. That's gonna have to be sorcerer. It's not, again, it's not your traditional sorcerer, but where else does that fit? There's no weapons. And the weapons are one of the main things that makes up one of these battle classes. Last but not least, I believe this is Treadhead. Yes, Treadhead. Now, this, again, he's riding around a vehicle, essentially. Should be a supercharger. Um, but no weapons to be had. You're not really spamming anything. It's very close combat. And for the reason strictly having to do with close combat, I think you already know, but we're gonna have to throw Treadhead into the brawler category. And that's it. And you may be wondering, where's the minis and where's all the series 2? But we would have ranked them already in the previous episodes of this, because they're just re-releases of already created figures. So if you want to see that, if you want to see me rank all of what the minis normal forms are and all of the series 1 editions that were re-released in Trap Team, go check out my other videos that have to do the exact same thing, and I rank and categorize every single Skylander into these battle classes. And that's gonna do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was one of the first videos in a long time, and this is one of the longest going series on the channel. One more to do, so stay tuned for superchargers. And yeah, that's about it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.